Hello and welcome to my marathon journey to a new smile using SmileLove.com. This week we are at a wonderful crossroads, and let me show you where we've been. 17 trays worth, 32 weeks. We are now at tray number 18. Tray number 18 is supposed to be the last tray that I will be using for my upper until we move over to just using a retainer. There's still a little bit of a problem. There's this gap right here. This is supposed to address that. It's going to be moving this tooth, and this tooth. And what I've been told is that if it doesn't move completely within 2 weeks, then I continue to wear this tray for another 2 weeks. And then if there's still any problem, then we go to retrays. Well, the problem with this tooth is that once you get everything fairly straight, and what you're trying to do is grab this tooth and kind of slide it over to the right place. That's the reason that if you use the Invisalign system, that they put these attachments on your teeth, because it's easier to grab those things and move them over. It's harder for a tray to force that tooth to kind of come over, because once you start getting really straight, there's not a whole lot of differential between the teeth to be able to move that with a tray, and the tray tends to kind of just slip over where the tooth is. So it's getting to a hard spot right here. So if it doesn't move in the next couple of weeks, and we have to go to a retray, that's fine. But before we get into that, let me apologize for the last video. Oh my word, I am using a Sony RX0 Mark II. It is a wonderful vlogging camera, but it has one huge fault. It does not have continuous autofocus. So if the focus is off at the beginning, you're just done for. And I'm hoping, along with all of the other people who have purchased this camera, that Sony will someday fix that. So far they haven't, so we work with it as we can. But here we are at number 18, and we'll see what happens here. Let's take a look at the bottoms first, because bottoms are pretty easy, and wow, they're getting straighter. It's starting to feel good on the bottom teeth. Not a whole lot of extra stuff going on, but it's still moving around. Take a look. That popped in very easily. I know which two teeth it's going to be working on, and I can feel it, but no problem, that tray popped right in. Let's look at the top. My final alleged tray. You can see that this tooth is supposed to be in line, so again, perfectly clear, very smooth, nothing out of the ordinary, nothing that needs to be trimmed off, sanded off, filed off. I tell you, there's SmileLove's quality control is fabulous. Let's look at the uppers. Had to go off camera there and use a Chewy to get that one in, because again, this is a fairly intense tray that's skipping teeth. So it's this tooth, and this tooth. So it's hard to get in and get meshed, but it's in just fine. Pretty intense when it first popped in. But right now, really not a problem. I can feel what's going to happen. So hopefully that's going to be moving the teeth that need to move in a way that's going to need to move them. We will find out when we come back to you next time. And for those of you who say, you know, those teeth really are moving slow. These other people said they could do it in 6 months. You know what? Not only is it my opinion, but I've been looking at the literature from orthodontia about how fast you're supposed to move teeth in order not to do damage to roots and nerves and connective tissue. And I would not go with any company that said, oh yeah, we can fix your teeth in 6 months. Really, Smile Love was one of the slower projections as far as my teeth making the smile that I wanted work. And it's up there on the edge of what is acceptable according to the science that's currently out there. So even though you think, somebody could do it in half the time, oh, no, I wouldn't trust it. That's my personal opinion. There's companies out there that do it. There's people that say, oh yeah, it's wonderful. Good on you if you think that's going to work. I worry about long term, down the line, what's going to happen to those roots, the bone, the underlying tissue. It's getting moved at least twice as fast as what would happen if you had regular braces. So don't push it. Be satisfied with the fact that it's happening twice as fast as it normally would at a fraction of the cost. And if you're interested in having the smile that you've always wanted at a fraction of the cost of what it would normally take from your average, ordinary orthodontist, click the link down here. Go to Smile Love. Take a look around. As I always say, if you find another coupon, if they put something on Twitter or something on Facebook, and you say, oh, I can use that code, use this link first and go there, then enter that code or give them a call. Let them know that you saw it here first and that I'm the reason that you sent them over. Hopefully some good things will come my way too, and good things will happen to you. In the meantime, we'll be looking forward to seeing what happens to that tooth, keeping our fingers crossed. If not, no big deal. I've got a lot of time left on the bottoms. It's not a big deal anymore to have to extend a tray on the top for, whatever it takes in order to do it. How about you? Have you always wanted that perfect smile, but you didn't want braces? People won't know you're wearing these. Go with Smile Love. And in the meantime, take care of those teeth. Have a wonderful full smile. We'll see ya.